is planning to block white off on this side after the invasion. Black should push here first. Is planning to block white off on this side after the whoops. So black should have pushed here, and then when white plays the Hane to threaten to connect under, then black has the choice to switch to this side or to cut white off, and this would make white at the very least end up with less territory. So what happens now is that this pincer that black played over here ends up in a really awkward and unnecessary position. So now that black has played this Hane and connect, black actually has a peep here, which if I cut it off with this move, would result in black Atarying here and then capturing my stones. So when he peeps here, I have to connect, and I have to be okay with that. Fixing this right now, though, might be pretty small, so I need to think before I just automatically try to defend with this. For example, I would lose a little bit of eye space here, but I would be out, so I'd be okay. So the question is, how can I attack or harass this black group, or take advantage of the stone being by itself now that white has gotten stronger here? So two moves to think about would be this shoulder hit here or this turn. We do have access to this Atari here, so this peep here is not really going to be a problem. Plus black would be running out of liberties. But if black simply defends, we have to think, is our shape here good afterwards? Because we wouldn't want to add another move to play something like this to fix our problem. That would be pretty terrible, pretty slow. So I'd want to think about this, but of course black can think about pushing and then either wedging or cutting, and that has to be read out. So if black cuts, white plays either this extension or this. And if black Atari is here and then connects and we cover, then black gets a double Atari over here. So again, if we press and black pushes and cuts, we can descend here, but then black has this Hane, and after we Hane back and then fix, black is able to Atari here and then threaten a double Atari and bust out. So this isn't really working. But one simple way to play would be to simply extend here. When we build up enough strength here, we can play much more boldly over here, like a far pincer, for example. And if black defends now, then we can just play somewhere else. Also, one way to defend against this peep would be to bump black here. But if we bump black right away and black moves up, then black has potential to be efficient after he extends over here. But if black already extended 2 spaces, then this bump prompting black to stand up here would make black slightly over-concentrated. So that could become worth it to defend against this. But since black has played this now, we have to connect. So presumably black is going to pull back here. And black gets a little bit of points, a little bit of base, and takes away both of those from us. However, black is still not alive, and we are actually pretty strong here with potential follow-ups in this area as well if we need them. So one way that we can play here is to consider, again, maybe press, or of course a pincer. If we play a pincer, something like this would be fine. And other pincers may be playable as well. But the question is, what happens after black jumps? If black jumps, then we would want to maybe attach under and try to cut this other black stone off. So it's kind of like bait, but we'll see what happens. So the question is, am I going to press or am I going to pincer? This time, because we have the extra stone, black pushing and cutting is not as much of a threat as before, because later, after white, black, and then white fixing one of these moves, black Ataris, and then black connects here and pushes out. It's a little different since we might be able to play, some kind of a liberty fight. So I do want to press if I can, because it's pretty simple. If white c2, so this, would white give up those stones and play an extension to avoid getting attacked? C2? C3? If white C3. Oh, okay, D2. D2. So the problem with D2 is you don't get a base locally anyways. So even if you play D2 in Sente and then you play another move here, your shape is actually still killable locally. Like black could just Hane and make this a false eye, or play here and then here. So since it won't make us alive, there's not much point in playing it. It's gonna make black more solid on the outside, and that's not gonna fight. That's not gonna help our fight on the outside very much. Yeah, no problem. So I would say black is in a worse position here because black's forced to deal with this group now that originally was supposed to be attacking white because it was a pincer, and its hope was to attack white and maybe to also seal white in. But instead, black kind of changed his mind and cared about the points here. But as a result, now black's under attack, and there's no good potential for black to make a big territory in the top or the left side now. So yeah, when you play a pincer, sometimes you gotta either stay true to its original intentions and make sure it doesn't become awkward or misplaced, or you have to sacrifice it really well. But black isn't doing either. In fact, black actually ignored and approached this corner. But I think that this area is way too important, so I'm gonna ignore that and follow up here. And basically, even if black can still survive, being able to seal black off in Sente would be really good for white. So something like this, maybe this one, is possible too. Because regardless of which one of these white plays, black's probably going to try to attach under here. And if white has to pull back and connect, this one might end up in a better place than this one. So, and of course it's worth checking out some of the moves around here, maybe to do them first. Like this one could be worth considering. But let's see, black attaches. And yeah, black seems to be alive after that. So I think, yeah, I think this is worth playing. Is the audio okay? So today I think I'm just going to play a few, like maybe 2, maximum 3, just games against Tygem 5 Dans. This gives me, kind of a relaxed set of games to comment on. So I'm going to focus on my comments while still hopefully providing some reasonably entertaining or exciting games. I remember the last game I played last week before the lecture was, I mean, the point difference ended up being pretty big, but you know, there was exciting things. There was a lot of thinking I had to do in that game, so I think something between like 3 dan to 5 dan is makes for some pretty decent games at least. But I'll mix it up. Sometimes I'll play on the 7 dan account again. Try to push that thing to 8. If I'm up to it next week, maybe I'll do another lecture, because seemed to go well last week. I wonder what you guys, if you know what you'd like to learn about in a lecture on my channel, Twitch or YouTube, either one, both, then yeah, feel free to comment. Black is taking a long time on this one. A long, long time. So yeah, when Black entered the when Black responded to my 3/3 invasion in the upper left originally, Black should have responded once here first at d4, and then when I Hane under here, then Black can still switch back to this move, and I would have played here, Black would have played Atari, and I would have connected. So I would have been pushed all down to the second line. But the way Black played it out, of course in this case later on I ended up giving up that territory, but basically it all would have been third line territory, but it's supposed to be second line territory. So that's why when White approaches you and you extend away and then they invade the 3/3, even if you want this side, you shouldn't usually block here directly. Because when you do that, you're basically like too focused or adamant about the side you're trying to get territory on, and you end up just giving White, giving your opponent too much. Direction is very important, but sometimes, you know, there comes a limit where you can't give up too much locally, otherwise it just defeats the purpose. So this Hane Connect was, oh, he's gone. This Hane Connect was, you know, pretty clever for Black because it actually was completely required for making this peep here work. And as a result, Black was able to gouge out some of my eye space and points and connect to the outside. But the problem with it in this case is it just doesn't synchronize, it doesn't synergize with any of Black's intentions with these groups and this overall part of the board. As a result, Black ended up under attack, and both of White's groups are relatively healthy, even though the eye space got gouged out, and Black's formation over here doesn't really have good ways to expand in the future now because of this white stone sticking out here. And sometimes there might be a way for White to invade here, like if White has more stones around here, or possibly if White has a stone here. And at the very least, White has any number of forcing moves that they can do as needed around here, depending on whether White's trying to build a Moyo here later, or White's attacking Black and needs to lean on something first. There's a lot of things White can do around here. So if Black connects here, White would probably would want to surround Black with a move like this. And well, if my reading doesn't fail me, then it seems like Black just ends up getting captured. And it seems like after Black blocks here and White seals him in, he cannot make 2 eyes locally with 1 move. Who is Fairy Taker? Don't take my fairies, please. I need them. Well, seems like my opponent's gonna time out soon. I kind of feel like it was intentional because the timing of this... Hi, Bruce Farst. What's that? Okay, well, looks like my opponent timed out, so let's find another game. So how you guys doing? How is your Go games lately? Losing streak, winning streak? Learn anything interesting that propelled your game? Hopefully we can find a game soon. Sometimes I have to wait a really long time. I'm actually a little surprised that anyone's even accepting my challenges right now. Because usually, like, even with like an even win-loss ratio, they're still really picky about like time settings and stuff. Oh, it's Fairy Taker. And it seems like we are both technically sandbagging because his record is really good. So this will be interesting. I said that twice. I feel like Fairy Taker is one of the stream viewers. Oh, it's you. No problem. You can keep the stream open. I don't really mind if you hear what I'm thinking about. Yeah, it'll be okay. Of course, if we're the same level, actually, then then it could affect things. But who cares? Who cares? So okay. White played the Takamoku, the 4-5 points. And one option for me, of course, is to come in here right away. But I still feel inclined to play on this side since it's the widest side. And this would be the most crowded side. And plus, White doesn't have a good approach towards my 3-4 point since it's on this line with this orientation. So I'm just going to keep it simple and do the usual here because I think this is the best side to play on. Another idea would be to just maybe approach here. If I could approach here, and if White responds with this low knight move, it wouldn't mesh very well with the 4-5 point. So that means I would be expecting White to play something else, like a pincer or a tanuki. Anyway, this should turn out to be a tough game, given my opponent's, given your record. Let's see how this goes. Because, yeah, Fairy Taker is probably not a 5-dan, not a Tygem 5-dan. Oh, so this is one I haven't seen much of. It's interesting. Usually White just jumps. So I'm definitely going to respond around here because White's next move over here would be really good. And it doesn't look like I have any worthwhile exchanges to do around here. So probably here. I'm just checking if white has some special plan to play here next. Or here. Probably this one though. If this move is good, then maybe I won't play here and I play here. But otherwise I'll play here. So white plays here, I push. White plays Hane. Maybe. And if I just play normally and he just also doesn't cut me, then he would extend and reinforce this a bit. And when I attach on top, he would jump away. Of course, I'd probably get Sente from that, so that is one thing to consider. But it does seem like I could just jump here, which leaves his shape with weaknesses and gets the job done. And it also starts to make this 4-5 look worse because this 4-5 is a little bit biased towards this side. So, but it is low. It is low. So I think I'll play the high one. I'd rather the potential than playing low, especially since white is making a clear point to play high in this game. So I'm going to play high too. At least I know that since there was only like 1 or 2 good moves for white that I could find, at least it's predictable. Hey, Repost. Yeah, last time when we streamed and I did 1 game and 1 lecture, Moyo lecture, we got that 5-dan double rank up. So, you know what the goal is now? Make the 7-dan double rank up. My opponent is actually watching the stream, which I said was okay. I mean, he's a viewer. That's what I mean. It's Rus first. Sorry, I'm butchering your name probably, but yeah, we're having a little showdown. It looks like, and he has a pretty good record: 50 wins and 11 losses. So, if I just respond normally like this, then white can do something like Hane here, and basically he's trying to cut this off, I think. Sadly, I haven't followed AlphaGo variations that much lately. I'm a bit tempted to deviate here and maybe even play an extension here. So if I do that, he could go down. And then I'd be all connected here and he would run and I would maybe extend or try to attack him somehow. That actually feels okay, to be honest, because since this extension was a bit far, that means I did have a weakness here anyways. And it seems like I can easily make back the points that he erases just by attacking and extending. But it just worries me that I haven't seen this response before by black. But I don't think I can Hane here. I mean, I can, but yeah. So let's try this. Hopefully it's not too passive of a move. There's a thing about it that's kind of aggressive, if anything, actually. So yeah, white kicked. So white's giving himself that Hane in the corner potential and also stopping me from connecting under. And doing so in Sente, because if I play here or here, then white can just Hane. Or even Hane here, depending on what happens. If I extend down, and then white Hane is here, then actually I can just extend and that would be okay. Because I'm threatening to connect under. and white would have no base. Or white could Hane under here, and my stone would get kind of hard to play from. I mean, it would get a little bit heavy, but then white would be in danger still too. So it's hard. It's a little bit tough. Naturally, I would want to play here. This is the first thought. Yeah. I think... I mean, this move seems pretty fine. I think this push for white gets powered up a bit by this Hane, but... Okay, I'm gonna just play the normal move here. But if it's not this move, then the correct move is most definitely this 3-3. I think my response is basically letting white off the hook and basically not minding that white can reduce a bit of the corner while I get something else. But yeah, I kind of feel like maybe the 3-3 was better, but let's see. So if I ignore, then white can Hane, Atari, Atari again, and then that would be bad. But of course I would have this cut here, and white would come out. But then the other problem is that white has this co-potential here. But if I just respond like this, then it's pretty easy for white to just move out. But on the other hand, if I just do that and white moves out, it gives me time to extend here. So that could be playable. If I Hane and white Hane's back, it would only be good for me, I think, if I could cut. But then what is the danger? Atari, extend. And there's a really nasty variation I'm seeing with a squeeze under, turning me into a... Oh, but the cut's here, so that wouldn't happen. I wonder if I can Hane. If I Hane, and if he has the empty triangle, that'd be good. Because if this Hane is something I can't let white do, and at the very least it would make white a lot stronger. So since I gave up a few points here, I'd like to at least be able to keep white weak or prolong the attack a little bit. Oh. So white is probing me here. If I simply take the stone, then white gets to Atari here without having to worry about a ko. And if I play anything else, then white can, at the very least, white can end up getting this Hane. But then that's actually okay, because still if white tries to make this tiger's mouth, then this Hane makes white's shape awkward. since I would have this Atari and this cut. If I play here now, then if white makes ko, I basically ignore all ko threats, including this one. Yeah. So the ko is really tempting, but it does kind of seem that this extension would work too. I don't think white can like Atari and bust out with this, because white would be sacrificing all of this. So the question is, this extend seems to work fine, but then what reason is there for me to not Atari? That's what my question is. I think I Atari, yes. And I'm probably overthinking this and should use my time better, play faster. But at least you can hear what I'm thinking about. And then my variation doesn't make a whole lot of sense if I'm not connecting here. So I think I will, because this would still be a lot of white stones for him to lose. And honestly, that stone here is a little bit light. It's potentially light depending on how much he gives me for it. So in my opinion, I'd be quite happy if he gives up these stones and gives me that. Okay, so now because of double Atari, I can't cut, so that's fine. But it looks like his shape might be a dumpling eventually, so it seems like I can just be happy with the situation now. So if I ever connect here in the future, then Atari, throw in Atari, or actually just extend. I'm wondering if I should connect or extend here, because I want to extend here, but connect looks more proper. It looks a lot more proper. It's like, yeah. But I'm going to, oh. If white has the stones around here, how does that affect it? Well, I'm going to take that chance, because I think this stone being here instead of here affects white's ability to connect up a lot more. So white connected here instead of the tiger's mouth because it helps the liberties a lot, and it affects my ability to connect under here. So that's fine. I think black is getting a good result here because black still ended up with a pretty big corner area, but also has this weak group here to attack and has time to extend. So I think even if I just simply play something around here now, should be enough. Hi, Zorkon. Okay, so immediately I see that white is playing this move purposely with this peep here for me, because it seems like he's trying to take advantage of the Atari that he has over here. So it would turn into sort of a squeeze or a trap against me. But what I'm seeing also is that it's not really like going to be a ladder or anything like that. So from what I see, I don't see any way for him to actually use that right now. So I think I can push. Yeah, let's do it. Even though he has maybe one or like some sort of forcing move maybe here against this group, it doesn't actually help his cuts. So now I can cut here, and I think everything will be okay on that side. So that is his Sente, threatening double Atari. And the proper move for me would probably be this connection. And then he's going to play something over here. And this is nice too. I mean, I like it because at least even if this stone eventually dies, it means I made a lot of agi, and it means even after this extension, I'll probably be able to get Sente. Of course, this move here does affect my shape here. So I do have a problem here unless I'm willing to treat my stones lightly. But for now, I have the choice of either playing around here for territory that's kind of double Sente-ish as a move, or I can extend this stone and try to keep it healthy. But I'm honestly losing interest in this fight because since black has a lot of profit now and some speed, it seems like as long as white can't clear all the agi of this stone with one move, then black might be better off just keeping up the speed. This seems like a really, really important vital point and territory place. So I definitely want to get this one. So I'm just going to play it actually. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I want to say without thinking, but I definitely gave you guys the full explanation there. But this move is almost no thinking. It's close. Okay, so the question would be, do I pull this out? I don't think it's time because I'm not strong enough over here. So I think, yeah, I'd rather just play around here. So I'm going to play this safe extension of 2 spaces. That way, even if something happens over here, I have a solid group around here. Now I'm expecting white to play this. Okay, it didn't happen. Interesting. Here, here. I don't think this was good exchanges for white because the center is still really open and it's not very efficient because you're giving black territory on 2 sides just to get this one very open territory. I understand he's trying to also make this stone, the agi of this stone, weaker, but I think that it's a big price. Hey guys, Helios, Cosmic Nana, and GG Petty. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. I'm actually playing one of the viewers right now. It's Ryus Farst. And this is a pretty good move in terms of making me have to think in anguish about what I'm going to do here. So if I Hane, hi Inumium, hey, how's it going? And DGFE, hello, GG Petty. Yeah. So let's see. If I play here, white's definitely going to double Hane. And then if I go for that one stone, he's going to counter Atari and then ladder this stone away. Hey Peyton Bigsby, how's it going? Welcome back. So yeah, what do I do here? I don't mind sacrificing these 2 stones, but I need to do it nicely. If I Atari and then connect, then what? Then if I Atari and if I Hane, then Atari and then connect, then he Ataris. Oh, that seems like a pretty good sequence actually. So I haven't yet thought much about the Hane on top, which was probably quite worth thinking about, but I kind of want to save some of my time too. Okay, so he's Haneing on top and focusing on the center. So that's fine. And can I Atari here? Because that would be great. So he extends and I extend with him. And if he moves down, Then I connect and he connects. But then I have this cut. It seems like I could get away with that. I mean, I was perfectly cool with just ataring here and then extending. Because although I got flattened, I also became solidified. Which, you know, black had a big weakness here before. But then since I can Atari here, this is kind of exciting. So, okay, another thing he could do is Atari here and then Atari there. And then I can Atari him and ladder this away or stop his connection. Yeah, in any case, I think this is good in terms of affecting the center and not focusing only on territory. Hi, Kutab. Welcome. So I'm choosing this variation because I'm hoping it's going to give me more of a central position. Hi, Shu98. Long time no speak. Yeah, I'm only streaming once a week right now. Hey, I put a lot of effort into this 5D, okay? 52 games. So this variation like is pretty like hardcore because I lose the territory here. So it's potential for being a really big mistake with for black, but if it works out, then it's going to be a very strong variation. So I'm going to Atari here. Yeah, that game too was like, I shouldn't have lost, but I just, I can't keep up the focus for that many games, like, especially when usually I'm ahead by a lot. It's really, really hard. Of course, I can't make any excuses, right? A loss is a loss, but yeah. I was actually surprised I even got to like 40 something wins without slipping up at least once. Like even though I'm facing 3 dans and 5 dans, but it's hard not to slip up, especially when they pull you into all these bloodbaths everywhere. Okay, so I do have a problem with this cut because white can respond here. So I can't, so all I can really do actually is play this. I don't think I played the best variation. I think I should have hung on to the territory. Land of 3-point jumps. Hey Moo to you too, how's it going? Yeah, I think I should have hung on to the territory because I feel like, you know, white sort of has Sente. But at least, no, at least nothing. I'm not very happy with this. This move, on the other hand, it looks like I can just invade the 3-3 immediately. So there's that. And I don't think this is really a ladder. It's actually a net, so... and it wouldn't be a ladder breaker anyways because it goes down this way. So honestly, just gonna go into the corner immediately. Thanks for watching them, Moo to you too. I still, obviously, as you guys have seen, have not gotten around or made time yet to make other kinds of YouTube videos instead of just stream exports, but eventually. Priorities. So I'm pretty happy though about getting this corner invasion right next to all my black stones. I don't think white's large knight's move was the right play in this area, But of course, white was almost surrounded already, and I could invade the 3-3 even if white had a small knight's move, so maybe white's just trying to make some sort of safe settlement and not expecting too much. So yeah, there is that. Yeah, right now white doesn't have a whole lot of territory. I think, well, white played a lot of high moves like this one, and oh, my phone is going off and I need to make that not happen again. Sorry about that. I hope that wasn't too loud. I actually turned my sound off before the my cell phone sound off before the stream. So, oh, I just lost a freaking calls. I just lost the Byoyomi period. So, I could Tanuki here, of course, but then this tiger's mouth for white is Sente, and I'm just gonna take it. It's probably not the biggest. I probably should play in this area here, but there's potential for this entire block to become a weak group in the future. Okay, white's playing another move in the center. I'm actually happy about that because like the center doesn't really seem very important to me. I was more fearing a move around here actually, but I probably will respond in the center though because I mean, why not? Might as well start reducing if I have a lot of points. That is mildly annoying. But there is potential for letting him cut me off. I wonder if I can just fight back. AlphaGo? Okay, I'm playing like a weird AlphaGo 5th line shoulder hit, guys. Because I got to plan. I didn't want to like play a kind of a naive style where I think that he cuts me off and I just easily settle. I actually do think that was the case, but I want to try something else. I understand giving him this 4th line territory is kind of unlike me and also not very recommended, but yeah. Well, actually, I probably should have read out the exact sequence for this plan, because now I'm stuck having to put another stone here, locally speaking. Maybe it's okay. Yeah, my plan was to make a wall along him and then invade the corner. But then things are getting weird here. Things are getting weird. Okay, I got him to respond here. There was a push and cut there, so maybe responding makes sense. But in any case, well, I could push here, and then I could also block here. But I think it would be faster for me to just play something like this. If he plays another move around here, it's going to be slow and I can extend again. On the other hand, if I pushed there and blocked there, he could just seal me off. So I like the way this is going again, because white's getting a wall facing this void, and white can't cut me here. So yeah, I'm feeling good about this. I think instead of pushing here, white should have played a response that makes the corner territory his. So in response to that, I think I'm not even going to play here because that loses liberties. So I'm just going to play some kind of jumps in the center just to make life. This one has a local effect, so at least I can probably get him to respond and then get another move in the center. Okay, yeah, this was expected, not necessarily planned for, but expected. I'm thinking about this. Because I think if I cut him after, and then I push and cut around here, there's going to be something happening with these 4 stones. So I think locally, like if he really wants to keep me cut, then it's kind of Sente here. Okay, well this one is Sente in this part against me, but seems like I can do something out here. I believe I have something here. Let's see. Let's see how he responds. Okay. So I'm wondering if I should exchange this one. But at least if he cuts, I can attach here and finish in Sente locally. But I do really want this move, so I'll play this first. Okay, he's making it so that if he cuts here and I play here, then he can wedge and kill all my stones. Hopefully I'm not overplaying too much. I think I'm making this a lot more complicated than it needed to be. Kaloe boy. Yeah, I think this didn't need to be such a struggle for me. But I just liked this offensive way of going forward with this. But now I'm kind of locked into doing something severe against this group. So white's actually playing quite well, I think, in this fight right now, because white's going to be able to dumpling me. I pretty much have to extend here. That is pretty unfortunate, I would say. Yeah, I definitely made some mistake Okay. I probably need to ignore that. But again, at least if I can make 2 eyes, then things will be okay. So let's see. Yeah, I gotta make them shapies. More pain, more pain. Is White gonna play this Knight's move? I was actually just thinking a second ago, like, what if I ignored and played this Hane? What if I play it now? Let's give this a try. Oh, maybe I don't have enough liberties for this. But I think White's liberties are pretty sketchy too. Yeah, if I live in the center, it probably will be game over. But it didn't need to be such a question. It should have just been alive. I'm gonna turn my phone on and figure out what that was. But I'll turn the ringer off this time for sure. All right, White connected. So the question is, can I cut here? Seems like I probably can't cut because I have like a million cuts in my shape. Oh, thanks, Kujia Wannabe. I feel like I'm insulting you by calling you your username. I want to connect. I'm gonna connect. Okay. I guess I'll connect that. Alright, now I need to play a critical move that will get me all them eyes. This Hane looks promising, but I think I should come out this way first. Not enough time to find a more interesting play. Maybe attaching here would have been more interesting, or maybe this jump, which allows the potential cut, but also has more interesting follow-ups against this stone. And also more interesting follow-ups on this side for making actual shape. But in the end, I ended up picking the straightforward jump because not enough time, I suppose. But yeah, it feels like I'm close to being alive. If I play here... I'm expecting him to pull that out, yes, and... But now if I play here, it should give him some sort of shape troubles. But I also don't want him to get to peep me. But I'll play here first and see what he does. But I believe that black should have enough to work with here to make eyes. I13. Yeah, he can hear my thinking if he's still watching, but it's okay, because you know what? If my moves are any good, then hearing them shouldn't be, like, enable him to automatically defeat the moves. Okay, so naturally, it's time to think about pushing here. And by think about it, I mean it's time to do it. It's time to get this done. Yep. But anyway, it's a stream, so like even if I lose, not a big deal, especially since I mean, most of my opponents will be weaker than him at this level since his record's really good. So one win doesn't mess things up too much. Now let's see. Can I cut? Okay. Yes, kill me. Hi, Gamago. So yeah, it seems like I can play here. And then I can start making an eye over here. I guess maybe it's gamma go, not gamma go. So I can probably make an eye up here somewhere if I have Sente elsewhere. And since I have Sentes like in with moves around here, it means that I don't think white will be able to make this into a false eye. So now all I need to do is get one more eye. This was just my spur of the moment jump that I didn't want to lose a Byoyomi for. So I think this might be a mistake because I'll be able to cut this. Yeah, I think white should be running out of liberties at that point. Or I'll just play like this. And then, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, I messed up. It wasn't supposed to be there. Oh no, it should have been this one. I made a big mistake just now. That's pretty big. Oh, I might die now. Oh god. I don't know why I was planning to play this push, but then last second I played this one. How do I do this now? Well, things have gotten exciting. Yeah, I should have been the Nobi, but I just like crippled under the pressure and played this one. So that's embarrassing. Well, let's hope that I can make something happen with this then. Because there's a good chance at least that white might be getting overcome with bloodthirst, so I have a chance to take advantage of that. Kalohe boy, your question is a good one, and I simply do not have enough time to answer, but it sounds like you're probably right. I think white is in some pretty big danger here. What do you guys think? Like between like threatening this stone to make another eye and threatening white, I think I'm gonna live now. Yeah, I think black is about to live because I think white's dying now. And even if white weren't dying, it looks like I can capture this stone. So I have one eye here, something like that. But here, looks like most of these moves around here work. Yeah, I think white got captured. But I'm not going to count you out just yet, but I'm just going to say thanks for the exciting game. Rusfarst, was it? I don't see your name is higher up in the chat somewhere. But okay, I'll just call you Fairy Taker. But yeah, you might still turn this around somehow, but I'm just gonna say well played, because the opening I'll have to say seemed pretty good for black, but this game turned into something very exciting. So perhaps thanks for the game. That was like actually quite fun. So yeah, what you still counting the Byoyomi? That's weird. What you lacked in territory this game, you made up for with the fighting. So let's take a look at this game then. So maybe this move, maybe this move is a thing. I haven't really seen it, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is, you know, something legit. But it does, of course, have more weakness than the one space jump. And then since white's response is really close to white, white is almost obligated to keep playing because otherwise it just turns into a questionable exchange. So depending on how you continue this, it might be okay. Like if you were to play here, for example, I think this would this change of direction would make your knight's move make some sense, because if it were to go like this, for example, right, then there's nothing wrong with white, I think. And then I would play maybe around here, or maybe I would continue around here one more move, but you would get a light settlement here, not much territory, but something that's relatively strong. Yeah, but the way that you played in the game in the opening, I would say, I think that you might be emphasizing the center too much, because territory is very hard to surround in the center, especially if there's any like really open sides or black influence. So original. Your moves here were pretty interesting. Like, I think they were clever and creative, but of course the result that we got, it seems like black has the advantage, because black just lost like maybe 10 points that was not actually fully black's yet. Thanks, Riddle98. Yeah, come watch anytime. And you can also find these videos on my YouTube channel, and all that kind of information, like Twitter, etc. It's all below. So yeah, but thanks for the positive feedback, and looking forward to having you watch again. So yeah, so this result's definitely good for black, and the agi here is surprisingly mild. It looks like it should be very severe agi, but actually there isn't much you can do with it, at least at a relevant point, such as like in this time of the game. H6. Oh, H6, huh? Yeah, that's definitely something to think about. White plays here, black plays something. But then, yeah, I mean, of course, this is, you're right. This is probably a good way for black to play too. It might be a better way, because white probably doesn't have time for something like here. But if white does have time, then, you know, then this actually might be a playable variation for white. Like even this, it's hard for me to play it because of that. So yeah, it might be better. I mean, this move does seem a bit lackluster, but I didn't really want to get into that fight right now, and especially since that variation you just saw, it might be sort of troublesome for both. So I played this because since I'm already happy, and in the future white has to worry about me attacking this group, so I can just decide what I want to do to it later instead of now. And yeah, this move was interesting. Maybe white should jump here first, but in any case, but I can't help but feel like as soon as black gets to play this move, I think black is doing too well because the territory here is almost destroyed, especially when instead of blocking, you have to play the bamboo. And I have a lot of points here and over here and a few here and Sente. And after you respond, this stone is still not captured and this territory is still not white's. So I think the opening was a big problem for white. And also I don't really agree with the pushes here. Like you almost never want to do that unless you really have to. And even with the pushes, I thought that after the pushes you were going to play something like this. I don't know if this is even good, but it's kind of more what I expected. Or maybe, well, I also thought, like I understand you're trying to make the center because there's a bit of potential and you can sort of make black's agi diminished, but I still don't think it's worth it in my opinion. Like, because while you're getting the center, I'm just going to end up too many points and just the game is going to be almost over. Like obviously in our game, I ended up in a bit of trouble. So of course people make mistakes and you always have a chance to win. But I think like after a few more moves in this game, if both players play ideally, then black would just come out ahead because the territory is just too much. The center, the thing about the center, right? And you probably know this, but I'm going to say this for the viewers too, is when white surrounds the center, one of the reasons black is not motivated to bother reducing it unless it's a huge scale is because when black reduces, black's not getting anything, right? Just reducing. And that means also for white, when white's taking the center, white's also not preventing points from black, white's just getting. But the thing with extensions in the sides and the corners is that those are all places that both players can get points. So in that respect, the center is like losing out on like half of the value there. The center is only a one-sided thing. It's only one of us can get territory. So that makes it less important. And also the fact that it's just so open that you need so many moves to surround it. So yeah. If I were you here, like if I'm going to play something in the center, I'd probably go faster and just play like this. I'd rather not like give away, like keep pushing and give away so many points. Yeah. Okay, original game. It kind of, this was interesting. So you're still trying to surround the center. So I think I would have been okay with just playing like this because I'm getting like more and more points. But I can see how this variation at least could have some use for white because it is facing the center and it is finishing in Sente. But it's not a one-sided exchange, of course, because black had a weakness and now black is some solid points. So it's not strictly better for white or anything like that. But yeah, I'm not going to say this part was bad, but yeah. I was thinking about this one after playing 07. I see. In that case, my comment on it would be, I don't think you got a good enough result in the left side to justify the right side. Because it seems like whether I play that variation or the real game variation, I think the losses that you get from pushing on this side is bigger than the gains you get on this side. And although the variation on this side might be sort of even, like white gets to get some points, but black gets to get some influence, which hurts white center. So maybe it's even, I can't really tell. But you know, like when your opponent plays something and you either feel really terrible about it or you feel kind of happy. Your move here, it actually makes some sense to me because even if you play the knight's move, I can invade the corner anyway. So it feels like, why don't you just go farther? Because c11 or b10. c11 or b10. Oh, c11, b10. So after the cut. Do you mean right now? I think if you Atari now, though, black is just gonna take. I think it would be okay for black. But yeah, it's true. You might be onto something. Like it might be better than the game for you. But like this stone has a lot of room still, so I'm not sure. Because this thing becomes alive in Sente. So if that's the best variation, that means it would probably be too early, but it might be locally valid. But yeah, simply cutting off this stone from that side while making this side solid doesn't seem big enough right now, since this one can still fend for itself. So yeah, I kind of understand your play here, because since like you can't really easily get the corner anymore, you might as well play some distance and be lighter. But it still felt really good coming in here, because like we're next to all the black stones, which are healthy, but they're so close so that white's wall is just I actually think you played pretty well here though, like focusing on the center and letting me cut. I actually think that makes sense. So yeah, after you take and I play. But I think the problem was this move. I don't quite agree with this, especially since like you got all these stones here, which are some source of eyes, which means you don't have to worry about the agi of this one stone anymore. So of course you need this to be able to focus on the center. But the center, well, it was kind of Sente because I did respond here. So you do still have time to play on the bottom, but basically I'm suggesting that you play on the bottom especially to make, to take advantage of the thick shape that you got over here. Because I feel like the bottom is definitely your last hope. I think you have to play just a little bit on the greedy side with the bottom in order to catch up. Here, my play is probably a little questionable here. I was kind of just having fun with this. I didn't want to just keep playing in my usual way. My usual way would probably be to like enter this corner right now, and then when you cut me off, your stone will be vulnerable too, so I'll just jump, and then you'll jump, and then I'll probably jump this way. And then I just survive in the center, which is not hard, and just have more points. But it was fun playing this this shoulder hit thing, but it's actually good for, it's hard to say. On a global scale, it looks like it could be okay for black. That's why I played it. But you know, in the end, black is giving away 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. So it's maybe hard to say, but since black has a lot of territory, more than white, maybe it's okay. It means that white's peep over here turns into like not as effective as at least the rest of these stones, because I'm never going to connect that now. And this one definitely makes sense in considering my weak group, but since like expecting to kill, like, because I made mistakes and it sort of looked like I was killable later. In fact, I made more than one mistake, so it got even worse, as you saw. But like in general, if white gets one more move out here, or like cutting this off, there's no way that this group would ever die as long as black's playing reasonably well. There's so much space out here, and black has so many stones already, that when you play this cut, even if my first move is simply here, which is really slow, but it's kind of the shape at least, even if all I did was that, it would be really hard to kill black. So That's why I think this move, although it sort of makes sense, I think you should get this territory. That's my opinion. Because when I was able to play this, it feels locally very, very nice. Like I'm getting a lot more points than I would have expected in an area dominated by white, and you're getting a wall that's facing the center, but you also have thickness that points this way, so this thickness is end up not doing much, and then this wall is, yeah. Well, in the end, I'm just doing this extensive review because I thought that the viewers would enjoy and benefit, but yeah. Yeah, so I think you played fine and everything, so I'm just trying to make sure like that it doesn't seem like super, you know, critical or something. Actually, there are some people who like hate having their games reviewed or like, you know, critiqued, so can never be too careful. But yeah, when you get a wall facing this way, and then you're having a wall facing this way with like all of its influence nullified, I guess white is like all in now on attacking this thing, which I actually agree though, because I think you have to do that. You actually have to kill this thing in the center to win the game. So I definitely agree with your choice of actions. And it's pretty good that you played here, because that's definitely a really annoying move, and maybe black should have played there. It looks really slow and close to my own stones, but it's not even your final form. Well, actually, I actually do think that like if we played more games, regardless of who wins, but I think we could have a closer game next time, because like with that record that you have at 5Dan, granted like 5Dan, you know, it's nowhere near the same as like something like KGS 5Dan, but the fact that you're winning 50 games and losing only 12, you have almost the same record as me. So I'm guessing your real rank is like 6 or 7, like at least 6. Do you have another account with a higher rank? Because it looks like you're just trashing all the 5 dans and the 3 dans. Or who were you playing? Well, I won't look at your game, so I won't pull that open, but yeah. $52.12 at 5Dan is pretty good. Oh, also this part, you definitely outplayed me here. Yeah, around this part of the game, I started getting pretty scared. I think in this moment, I should actually consider ignoring this turn. And I feel like you probably you probably had that feeling too. Like, if I were you, I would have been afraid that black might ignore and Hane here. But obviously this is pretty big, so I guess, you know, maybe I should respond, but... Yeah, this was an interesting fight. I think if I were white, I would not be able to kill this black, so... Yeah, I'm not confident that I could kill this black. So up to here, I was getting pretty confident about things, but it's obvious that I should have done some sort of exchanges around here maybe to make sure that this is an eye. But how to do that? Because it's true that white does have this forcey move. Well, there is one way I see, and it's what I really wanted to do in the game, which is like, even supposing that white has this move, but then I can play this, and then after white connects, I can just also connect. And then if white plays something out here to try to kill me, I-15. Yeah, I mean, white has a lot of danger around here, right? So this was my original plan. So that means if white plays some sort of defense out here, then I have a move around here to try to get eyes. Or maybe I could play this one, I don't know. But I just have to choose the right move around here. So maybe, can I go here? This would still be sort of a fight. If I go here, then you might go here. But still not so simple for black. Not sure I like that variation. Maybe just extend. Oh, actually, I could just play here. It's really funny looking, but I just noticed this one. If you play here, then I can play here. That's pretty funny. M7. Yeah. Yeah, you probably do need to respond. So it does definitely seem like I can make an eye out here. Especially since I have this, you know, awesome empty triangle right here. Double empty triangle for the win. I think it's easier to see things sometimes when you're under pressure of getting killed. But yeah. So yeah, it turned into a really fun game. It was fun for me the whole time because original, because of like a lot of unexpected, like a lot of new situations for me. Like first this knight's move, and then this variation with my move that I've never played, and then this move that I've also never seen, and then this fighting, well, at least this potential fighting. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that you guys have seen my streams. That's what I always do. I make it way more complicated than it needed to be. Yeah, or at the last second, I suddenly play the move I wasn't thinking about for the whole time, like you saw earlier. All right, I'm going to be right back. So I'll play another game if you guys just give me like 3 minutes. So yeah, see you soon. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's play another game. Ben's accent is Australian. I'm not even gonna try to mimic or like mock Australians right now because I don't want you guys to leave, and I'm going to butcher that hardcore. Do I play on Fox? I guess the answer is no, but I have, and I'll probably do some like more stream games on Fox. It's kind of interchangeable with Tygem for me, to be honest. Oh, there's another guy with a pretty good record. This might be difficult. Well, let's see. Should be still okay, but like he seems, at least he'll be stronger than most 5-dans. So I do play on Fox, but I just haven't been lately. Oh, how do I respond to this again? Yeah, I guess I would just Hana here. Fox has all the memes. Is that where most of Dwyron's games are these days? Is it Fox? Usually his YouTube thumbnails and stuff, or his Twitch videos, it all looks like it's not Tygem, so. I mean, I do watch them sometimes, but I'm just wondering, is it always Fox these days? Yeah, I know he plays on all servers, but lately, what has been the most common? Okay, so white plays here. So I should probably play on this wide side here. This Joseki here makes this side really undesirable. And now that this side is crowded, it's the same. So aside from this invasion here, which is a pretty important place to play soon, pretty much I want to play around here. Problem with this approach is I'll get pincered and you know, I'd be going in or double approaching and I'd end up developing here in the end. So I think a move in the middle somewhere might be appropriate. So let's just try this. Yeah, I feel like lately he's been playing a lot of Fox. I don't see anyone playing much KGS, to be honest. I mean, the higher your rank is on KGS, the harder it is to get a game, pretty much, so. Oh man, I need to change the title of this stream. I'm just going to call it Tygem Conquest. 5-dan showdowns. How about that? Stream 16. Yay! Yeah, like even in the stronger Q levels, it's hard to find a game sometimes. I'm not trying to take a crap on KGS and make everyone leave, but yeah, it's hard to find games there. Ah, silly Java, yeah, the Java problems. Guys, if you don't know these variations happening on the right side and the left side, this is good study content, so memorize. Because right now we're doing some pretty textbook stuff on both sides. The probe at the upper right is not really necessary. In fact, the timing is probably too early, but because you lose the potential to do other things. But yeah, this is some pretty standard stuff happening down here. Tygem is old and boring. I mean, Tygem and Fox seem very similar, except that Tygem is a little more like translated and streamlined for the West compared to Fox. Not that Tygem is better per se, but oh, someone, Alexi, you whispered me. I missed that comment. Let's see what you said. Actually, I don't see a whisper from you. You tricked me. Why you tricked me? Okay, I think I've caught up on the comments now. I think. Oh. I forgot the coordinates again. What a surprise. Oh, it was not to me. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If white had a stone around here, then there was potential for invasion here or here. So now black should either jump here or attach here usually. G7 is narrow. Yeah. Wait, G7, what's that? Three addicts. Q7. Right. Man, isn't like Tygem's reverse coordinates really annoying? It takes me like a lot longer to find the coordinates that you guys are telling me, because if you say something like Q, let's say Q3, right? I'm gonna look over here first. Do I even need to add this move? If white takes, then I just counter attack, but what if white finds a better attack? Like here, maybe. So yeah, I guess I will add a move. It's not like there's any super interesting place to play. Like, probably white should want to play here. Locally speaking, this block here is really big. That's also pretty big. And it gives white some annoying moves around here too. So there's still a bit of agi here. And it might even be worth probing to see how white responds. Just to make sure he's not going to try to just kill me unconditionally. If white has enough strength eventually, like stones around here or maybe stones around here, then the 3/3 invasion can be killed unconditionally with a move like this. So should I play it? It looks fun. Let's just do that. This time, white has a lot of stones invested in the area, so I don't think I lose too much from playing here now. Now, in terms of actually fighting this out, I would need co-threats. And it would need to be late enough in the game for this invasion to even be big. Am I playing more territorially? Yeah, you could say that. I'm playing kind of territorially. I'm not consciously trying to play territorially though. I'm just playing what I think is big. Attaching on the top left was a probe to see how I'm going to respond. For example, if I went on the start point, then white would have life in co left over by pushing here. And if I went back here, then white would have life by pulling this out. But the problem with this probe that early in the game is the black's always going to go here. So you already know the answer, therefore it's not a probe. So this probe was too early because there was nothing really going on to warrant that probe. So I guess I'll wait for co-threats on this one. And I think going here should be big. Okay, so do I want the territory version or the central version? Probably the center version. This one does finish in Sente though. With this one though, I risk getting not enough presence in the center. So, okay, maybe here. Oh, he played, okay. And then this one. Ooh, that's interesting. So I think the only thing I can do now, because if I respond anywhere out here, then his connection underworks, and this is just a floating useless group. Therefore, the only move that could possibly be the right move here is this one, which threatens to connect under, but it also disconnects him in Sente, because now when he plays here, this will be Atari for me. So this is like literally the only move. And then I play out here somewhere. One of these two moves. Which one is it? I don't know. Probably this one, but this one is worth looking at. If he Atari's here, I have to just bamboo or connect, but yeah. If I do this one, he does this, and I come out. This one threatens that Hane, so something makes me feel like this is the correct shape. Because now, if he plays here, then I get to be the first one to play towards this way. So maybe I have something good here. If I play here, he can't even cut because I just push out. What he can do is throw in here and then cut. And then when I Atari, he can break out this way. But that doesn't mean it's bad for me. I just turned my phone off again so we don't get any interruptions. Jump, and he just jumps. I think something severe is worth trying here. And the only move I can really find that works out is this. So okay, let's try this. White has a really nasty, painful peep here, but the problem with white doing that is it would probably kill off the white stones here. And the problem with this capture by white is that when I follow up by descending here, I actually have a connection waiting for me there. It actually connects to that side. You know what that means? That means this weak group here for black is actually already connected. Well, it can connect. So that means this fight is losing meaning for white, and that's not a good thing for white. And I believe I can just go here and kill everything. The only thing I have to fear is this attachment next. But if I just cut, white Ataris, and then white still can't actually seal this part off. So I think I can just do this. Otherwise, I could have just no-beat here, and it would have been a double peep. But just from like my really quick read there, I think what I did would work just fine. That's kind of interesting. Maybe I should have double peeped earlier then, just to keep everything simpler. I'm still kind of okay with this, but I don't really want white to get that Ponuki, so just for a few points here, so I'm going to extend here. Yeah, the situation doesn't seem too great for white, but of course, it's really easy for black to make a mistake here. Especially if black gets bloodthirsty or thinks of any, like tries to play anything that's like a crude move. But it seems like all I have to do now for a good result is simply cut here. If I push and cut here, it's just hurting myself over here. So seems like if I cut here, I have quite a huge corner now. And because this one's weak, I know that these two are safe because these two white are both weak. So yeah, I'm confident that I can just run around with these 3 stones. Of course, if white extends here, it's actually Sente. Well, it's actually not Sente because I can cut here, but it would be a painful squeeze. So, okay, that's good that it's not Sente. I was thinking I had to Atari here first, but yeah, it looks like I can just play here. This is locally pretty sente. Okay. And then if I really want to be super safe, I can actually net here, because if white pulls out, I hane, and then when white plays here, I simply play here. So if I really, really just want to be safe, I can do this, but this move would be much better if it works. Because if I hane, then white haneing here is really good because it also gets follow-ups. On the other hand, after that, I could push out here. So, yeah. Okay, if I go here and white extends, yeah, that seems like a bad variation for me because white can actually connect up to the side pretty easily with the agi. So, okay, I'm going to net. I think white's planning to cut this stone off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, black has nowhere to run. Yeah, that's correct. It's hard to resist this kind of extension because the hane for white just feels so right for white. But yeah, it's good. It's good that I can already net. Originally, of course, I was only thinking about this Atari and then this net, which requires one more stone. Although I do have ladder too, so there is that. But, you know, if I can, I don't want to have to use a ladder because that's not very reliable. Okay, so white's cutting here, which means, especially since the outside is really hard for black to get much at all, so that means I should be focusing on a variation that keeps the corner dead, because like I don't have potential out here. So in order to keep the corner dead without also losing this stone here, we would need to do this descend. I could play this descend to keep the corner dead, but then white can do things to try to cut this off. So seems like this is the correct move. Seems like this push was sente and then net. What push do you mean? Do you mean this? I don't think this one is sente. Okay, so when white plays here, if I respond on this side, he's going to just Atari through and ruin this stone. If I respond around here somewhere, then he actually can't. Well, actually, he has an interesting move here in this case because of these. And then if I push, he cuts and I cut and he goes here and connects under. So that is actually a problem for me. It means I'm probably going to lose this stone. So that's a bit unfortunate. I guess I could connect under like that, but he'll still connect on the top. Thanks, DGJFE. Thanks for the positive feedback. Thanks, everyone. So, yeah, if I play anything on this side, he actually has a move here, which is interesting. And furthermore, if I push and cut, I also start running out of liberties with this. So I'm going to need yet another move over here. So that's why I'm thinking about this one, which it gives white stronger agi in the corner, but if I have to come back and play here anyways, then I'd rather have a stone here than a stone here at the end of it when there's already a black stone here. So if I want 1 or 2 more points out of the result, then I would play here. On the other hand, if I play here, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can fight very well after white plays that. I don't have any good continuation. So fair enough. I think I have to let white do what he wants here. Okay. Oh, bye-bye, Alexi. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Yeah, he saw it. Cool. So I don't have to respond as long as I don't ruin my own liberties. So yeah, I'm already okay in the corner. But sadly, this stone is just completely cut. So okay, that's fine. Because not only did I destroy white's territory that was here, but I also got a big corner and got a presence in the center as well. So now I could do this extend, or I could push out here, which might be even better. But if I push out here, I have to worry about this Tsuji to try to cut me off. So maybe I shouldn't extend here because it makes me heavier. Huh, what do I play? I'm into Byoyomi. I guess the top is pretty open. Maybe I should play the top. It's either the top or like this move. Okay, I know this looks really slow and it might not be the best, but it is sort of Sente threatening this. And because this one is threatened, that means that this group here is stronger due to the weakness of this group. Yeah, so what I was worried about is H3. What I was worried about is if white gets to Hane here, then since I can't really push here because I'm worried about that cut, it means that white already surrounded this. So, but okay, white responded. That means that I got to play this for free. Cool. So now I play elsewhere, probably on the top. I also really want to play this Ko because now it looks really big to live in this corner. But then he has Ko threats. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend just calmly like this. And if he plays the same move, then I'm going to just live in the corner. But honestly, okay, if I had more time, like I think I should have gone all the way to here is probably the more appropriate move. So now I kind of want to see if he'll let this be a Ko. If he blocks here, then it's just a Ko. If he does anything else, then he's hardcore. And I have to rethink. Okay. Now that he solidified this part already, it means I can make him even stronger without risking killing my own corner. If I had have done an exchange like this first, before this, then he might be able to respond differently because of the added solidity of the area. So I'm going to try to just, yeah, just get this exchange and see. Of course, I don't think it's a good move now that I think about it because he can just resist here. But he blocked. Of course, if he resisted, not only can I go down, but there's Aji of after I live, there's a cut here, so that's a nice little exchange for me that I can just leave alone now. And it seems like I should just play the Ko anyways, even if I'm doomed to lose it, because I'll get 2 moves in a row. So I don't actually mind if this whole thing ends up white, because that's one of his only... Well, okay, he has this territory and this one. But I think that this corner got pretty big, so black should be ahead. But we'll see. So I have to play this to live, and he has to Atari here. And we fight Ko. He doesn't exactly have threats here because when he plays here, I can just give these up now since I'm alive here and since he's alive here. So what should my co-threats be? Originally, I was going to say even just this and then taking this and becoming really healthy here is a good co-threat, but well, maybe I shouldn't take white's points that lightly. So let's see. All right, this is a really, really crude move, but maybe this Kosumi actually would have been much better. And that's not really a maybe, that's a definitely. Okay, I should have played this instead of this one, but okay. Sometimes a co-fight is a good example of a player's strength. So the kind of moves he chooses for co-threats, I should not have played this bad co-threat, is sometimes a good example of how strong they are. So okay, that was a... Actually, he lost points from that because before, this one was actually Sente for him because this one threatens to push out here. So he played a slightly minus co-threat there. Okay. What else can I try? Can I do this? Probably not because of my problems here, but I played it. I don't think it really works, but I played it already. Oh. Although yeah, I'm going to ignore that response actually because I think this corner is so big. So if he follows up and gets some good points by playing another move here, I still think I come out on top when I capture this. I would have had more than one co-threat here if I had have played the Kosumi instead of the push, because like if white has the same response, that means I can move along here and still force. And if white goes this way, then I still have this one. So I would have gotten a minimum of 2 co-threats if I had have played the Kosumi. Luckily for me, this area here is smaller than this, so I can actually delay my response. Oh, okay, I have to make sure, is this actually Sente for him? Seems like it is, unfortunately. Darn. It's Sente. But the thing about this is after I play here and white plays here and then I take, when white finishes the ko, this is going to be quite a painful extension. So that gain in territory might already be enough. And plus I gained at least 1 point or more by white not getting this one. I think this is all I can really do anyways. I don't have very many co-threats. This probably is big enough though, this one, because capturing this makes me so alive. And this area, playing in this area has gotten bigger. So maybe I should respond. If I take, he plays something, and then I take again. Yeah, this time I think it's quite big over here. I guess I just gave up the ko. I got too interested in this territory. Okay, I think that was a big mistake for him. I think he just made a huge mistake. Because, yeah, now I can just cut this. And I do need to, because if I let him continue here, then that move is actually kind of sente. So getting that in sente compared to me cutting this all off, it's too big of a difference. So I'm going to do this. Man, though, man, did white lose a lot of points here. I think black can be happy now because this corner just got enormous. And this area is like still vulnerable. Okay, yeah, I think black is set to finish the game with a good lead now. I haven't really counted, but usually I do count, but like there's no time for that. Seems like I can actually press here. So that's nice, that's annoying for him. He can't push and cut because I can just extend down and he runs out of liberties. You're an apostle of greed. And funny enough, this extend has some good agi. Like if I push and cut, he has to connect that side. And then I have some sort of agi to work with over here. But maybe not enough agi yet. I think I can get away with it though. Because if he ignores, then this move threatens to cut these off, and it also helps me deal with that cut there. And if I have a stone here, then laddering this stone up would work. So what is he up to? I think he's making too big of a sacrifice just to cut off a stone here or whatever he's trying to do. Yeah, exactly. The weaker that his middle is, the stronger and safer my group above will be. I mean, he does get to cut off one stone here, but this is totally not worth it for him. And I even have a connection under now, in addition to gaining points. Yeah, this was not worth it for him. And I can actually fix this cut here in sente by playing this move, because this move threatens this cut down here. I did have a connect before anyways, but it required like a sacrifice to Suji over here, right? And it gives him something, whereas like this is way better. But yeah, I know what you mean. So he's playing that. It's honestly, the timing of that doesn't really make sense because for black, playing here doesn't make sense. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and get this because he's going to get flattened. At least he's going to suffer some pain from what's going to happen here. Because he has to connect with like this move or here. And now he has to connect with this. So just giving him a little minor pain here. And then I'll go and respond to him probably. All right, so now this whole white area is almost no points. So white's only points are this big area here and then this little bit here. And it seems like my big area might even be bigger than his, so I have other areas too, so all I need to do now is just play safe things, I guess. Alright, fine, I'll respond. There was something I was thinking about instead of responding, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, no, major pain means worse than death. It means like, it means, what? Oh, it's his turn. Yeah, it means he's running around with a group that shouldn't even be worth saving, kind of thing. Don't listen to my definitions, I'm just making things up. Oh, he's trying to be like me now with these little press exchanges, huh? Oh, I see, he's trying to make a mini Moyo savage. Am I being too savage? I'm being too savage. I am being way too savage. I am being far too savage. Yeah, okay. It's time to not underestimate my opponents. Okay, so I think I can come out here. Although, do I even care to come out here? Sure, I guess. Why not? Pretty soon I'm going to attach here because it feels pleasant. Pleasant. I'm gonna push here. Then Hane. Then Hane here. And connect. And then I'm going to play this really annoying reduction move, which could have been his Sente if the timing were right. And then I'm going to reduce from here. And I think I can peep around here, so that might be helpful. I guess I'll do it. Sure. Cake advertisement? Oh, you guys are getting ads. I see. Wait, you guys are getting ads? Is that a thing? Ah. Okay, I'm gonna let it time out. As you can tell, I'm still relatively new to the Twitch thing. Okay, this is kind of big. Reducing the center is maybe sort of big, but smaller than it looks. Let's start with this one. It looks nice and annoying. And Kudab, thanks for the potential subscription, I think. Oh yeah, I really need to. Did White play? No. All right, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get on it soon about my stream. What do you call it? My stream features, my video features, like pop-ups for follows and subs and proper overlay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make time finally, and do it soon. And he just says soon, right? Soon. What does soon mean? But yeah, like I'm, even if you guys don't care, I'm getting sick of my really ghetto looking stream video. So anyway, okay, that's like somewhat sort of big-ish. Oh wait, what? He ignored my attach? I wasn't even paying attention. He ignored this? I mean, I guess. I mean, can I counter here? Not really. Not really. Countering with this one would have just made me end up heavier with these stones and needing to care about them more. And pushing here doesn't work. He just, like... Well, it doesn't get me anything. Okay, this is not Sente on those stones. So... that means I can just play from this side somewhere. This feels about right. I have 2 ways to go. Maybe even this one is enough. But at least with this one, there's more chance of getting him to respond. This Hane, if I Hane here, he might cut. And I don't even want to deal with that. I'm just going to go here because my assumption is that I am ahead. Let's see. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he has like maybe 70-ish with Komi in my counting method. I have... Hey, maybe the game's closer than I thought. Maybe this thing got too big, actually. Maybe I was, like, too lenient with this thing. It seems like now I can get this one in Sente, or maybe even this wedge. Yeah, seems like this works. I guess I need to play a little harder now, because according to my very, very quick count, it might be close. And once I have time, I might do some exchange here if I think it's big enough, and finish in Sente, but I'm gonna come back to this one. At least if I play a better endgame, it should be able to seal the win, but 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I have like less than 70, I think. Maybe I have some potential in the center, but really it's like, yeah, 70 at most, maybe less. I might have overestimated his territory the first time I counted, actually. Also, I think he's destroying himself right now. Or maybe I'm destroying myself, or maybe we're both gonna get destroyed. His bottom is suspect to death by Ko. Yeah, locally he doesn't have 2 eyes. But he also is on the outside, so I'm not really ready to try to kill this thing. Yeah, I feel like mine was overnight sometimes too. What? Isn't he like extremely wrecked now? Okay, I think I just won. I mean, so much for counting. I am slightly embarrassed that it might be close because I was so confident and White's mistakes were so big. But I guess I might have played a lot of slack things. I suspect it's either this Ko might have been a lot bigger than I thought. But then it was his territory anyway, so maybe not, right? I think more likely I was giving him too much here instead of reducing more like hardcore. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just need to reduce a bit harder here. But the feeling I was having is I still thought I was going to win, but yeah, it was relatively close, I would say. So this guy maybe, well, I can't really say this just because of it being close, because that's stupid, but yeah, maybe this guy is a little bit better than most 5-dans. Or maybe I'm just worse than I think. It seems like I can fix Incente by going here. Do I have a liberty problem? No, I don't. So yeah, what did he, all he got from that was like this weird triangle thing. That's all I have to say. I guess I'll do this one. Yeah, I'll do this one now. Oh, and I should go and take this thing. That's probably, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go do these things. I'm not really gonna try to be too like aggressive against this. Oh, actually my connect was Gote, darn. Wait, what? What is he doing? I think he's seeing an illusion around here. One of us is seeing an illusion. Don't lose because I can't find a good move. Yeah, if I don't find a good move, I'll time out. I'm kind of sad though that I played this connect because it's still too small. Not only does he have potential to live locally, but I'm not even threatening to cut anything off with this connection. So that was a pretty big mistake. But I guess it's too late for him to turn that around just because of that. Ah, man, this connects. Why didn't I check it properly to see if it's Sente? Well, that's my fault for reading comments and stuff, which I don't mind, but yeah. I started thinking about the life and death of this group, and I'm like, hey, let's connect here. He'll definitely block. Right? Right? Okay, so this is the moment where I need to not slack off because he could legitimately threaten my life here. Man, do I wish that I did something else. It'll be okay, but I'm not happy about letting my guard down like this. You guys can see this keeps... See, this is how I got that one loss. You see that loss? This is how I got that loss. I'm just like winning and stuff, and then I... Like the game, it feels like the game should have been ended a while ago, so it's like I just can't focus anymore. I think a lot of you guys probably have that same experience. Oh man, can I can I do this? There's no point in me trying to connect to this thing because that's not even connected. So I only have one way to go. People lose when they are defeated. Oh man, did I just play that? Oh. Yeah, okay. This is my last chance to play this move. Let's see. Here, here, Atari. But then what? But then cry, right? Cry. It's my next move. Okay, I think I'm self-destructing. I am massively self-destructing here. Maybe I should just sacrifice something. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, actually, this might turn out okay. Because these stones, yeah, these stones don't have liberties. Oh man, I'm panicking. I see that I'm okay now, but that was like pure panic right there. Oh man. I can't connect this because then he'll just push here. It doesn't make sense. So I'll give him those and I'll take this thing. But then, am I alive here? Maybe I should connect. Seems like I should connect. Atari. Oh man. I think I had to do that. Am I gonna die with all these stones here? Uh-oh. Although this isn't really the way that he should do it. He should have just played this one probably, but... Uh-oh. Nonetheless. How do I live? What was that? 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 I'm hoping that I have something here that I can do. Yeah, I think I'm self-destructing a bit here. Oh well, it's entertaining for you guys now, right? My word. Oh my God. No, seriously, this is really bad. Really, really, really bad. Oh my God. What am I doing? Okay. Last Bioyomi. Am I going to throw? But I have a lot of points here and a lot of points here. So am I definitely losing now? Can I make something happen here? uh, can I pretend I'm doing things? I think it's all dead. I don't think I should try to save it. But let's just do this, and hopefully he'll add a move. And then at least I can maybe get some endgame out of it. Provided that this co is, yeah, okay. First I want to get this, because this is worth something. And then I'll check his response to this. Do not use that estimator, man. Do not use that estimator. Everyone, like, every time someone tries to convince me that it's accurate, I always count it with them, and it's like so wrong. So I have some agi around here. What can I do with it? I'm hoping I can at least save these stones in Sente. If not, like, capture something. Probably just save them. BenKyo 5D. Alright, now I'm gonna stop caring about that for a sec and come back to this. Now if I cut here, is it Sente at all? I guess maybe not now. So fine, I'll switch back to this. Hopefully, yeah. Well, maybe that wasn't Sente because of this. I should have played over here, actually. I was busy counting, I got distracted. I might be ahead a little bit, but then he has Komi. Oh, that wasn't Sente for me either. What the hell? What am I doing? Really? I don't think that's bigger. I guess I'll stop counting and let it be a surprise. Because I lost my count again while I was thinking and reading the chat and thinking. And thinking. Yeah, I messed up big time by not focusing on safety. I mean, you could see from my comments that I was like just sure of my victory almost, and I should have just defended that middle left group, but yeah, now things have gotten dicey. Man. But this is more fun, right? It's more fun like this if it's these kind of crazy back and forth games. Alright, now what? Can I cut? Is it Sente? It's kind of Sente, I think. Because there might be like a weird co thing. Okay, well he responded, so that's good. Now I'm going to cut here and hope that he'll respond to that as well. Because if he doesn't respond, I might be able to at least set up a semi-eye that will make him put stones inside later. Chat stole my girlfriend and made me lose my job. If I go here and take his liberty away, or I connect, that doesn't help. I really want to make him respond to this, you know? Like play here. Okay. If I play here, I think it's actually Sente threatening eyes. Yeah. Okay. So he'll play here. Man, this is more intense than I wanted it to be. Actually, no, I'm enjoying the intensity. It's more intense than I expected it to be. So yeah, this makes the liberty fighting, like the semi, into a more serious concern for him, now that I have a stone here. So, but he can't afford to let me live here, so I mean, I'm expecting him to play here. What? Whoa, he's letting me live, guys. He's letting me live. What the heck just happened? Oh, wait. Does he have a Super Tsuji? Is that it? Oh, he's gonna... No, that doesn't work. Wow, the game just ended, guys. He let me live here. He just completely ignored my threat. Maybe I made him a lot more scared than I even intended to. Oh, that. Oh, dang. That's a thing. Yeah, okay, I don't have an eye. That's true. Touche, touche. Touche. But the threat of the Liberty fight, or at least like the semi reduction against this group, still stands. So, yeah. This means... I can play this and like try to gain some liberties. This group here is all connected because he has me in double Atari here. So I'm going to exchange that, but then not continue. And just take this. If I can just win this ko, then there will be a lot of meaning and points in that. Those were ko threats. It's true. I was thinking the same thing. Is this actually Sente? I guess it is. Sort of. Wait, is it? If he plays here, I attach... Oh, but then I run out of liberties. I guess I have to respond. I think these actually were just co-threats. I think that's true, because he would have had to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here he has to play 1, 2. Yeah, it's the same, damn. I'm not very, I'm honestly not very good at liberty fights. That's like, considering my level too, that's like by far my worst thing. This ko isn't serious enough for me to like allow him in here. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do, just play good endgame. So he played this. I can only guess that he's hoping to cut this off, maybe? But I don't think that works out for him. So I think I can just go here. This should be pretty big, although it was Ko, so I could have maybe kept fighting it. But I think this puts him in like actually a little bit of danger. And it looks like he was playing Ko threats, so I don't get why he didn't take the Ko after. Wow, he's just playing endgame. That's all he's doing. He's playing endgame. What? Are you serious? I think this is dangerous, man. I don't know, man. What did he do? He took that. So yeah, I'm hoping that there's some threats here. Or maybe I should have started from this side. Whatever, same thing. He actually has very few liberties, especially if I can play Ko here. So let's see. I play here, he connects. I play here, he does that, then captures these. I play that, then he takes these and Atari's everything. So at this rate, I'll be one behind, but that still means he's playing a lot of moves inside. So I'll just take this. Oh, okay, he's safe. But I have Ko threats here now. So I'm just gonna like start filling his liberties. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I think I'm one behind if I don't play Ko. I really want to make this Ko very serious for him. The problem is if I play this Ko, like I'm actually not in danger with this group. Oh, that means I should have played Ko once already. Well, maybe it's all the same now. Darn, I'm still getting... I'm still getting all these phone messages. So I'm alive here actually, which means I can play these Ko threats here. Oh wait, no, because then he's gonna capture this. Oh man. I give up. I give up on this Ko. White doesn't have more to lose. Because the place where he kills me is the same place where I was trying to kill him. So it's okay, I got a reduction there. I did kind of lose a point though, so that sucks. I should have just not done the co at all. Time, Suji. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that that was just good reduction and I can just I don't know. I keep getting texts and stuff. So I need to finish this game soon. Let's, what's that phrase? Let's win this thing and go home. Something like that. Let's win this thing. Luke, let's win this thing and go home. Blow this thing? Let's blow this thing and go home. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. What's big now? Endgame. There isn't much. There is not much. So I guess there's this and there's this one. He can play this and he can probably do something around here. So does he have something here? If he peeps this and I connect, then he can wedge in between here. So it looks like he might be able to capture this. So that means I should play something. Oh, except I need to be connected and not die, so I better play there. That was a close one. Kind of distracted right now because I'm wondering why I'm getting so many calls and texts. Nervous. Giggles. Okay. Just about done. Am I giving you all heart attacks? All right. So there's like 3 co's. It looks like I can get 2 of them. Oh, actually no. We're gonna fight over that other one. No, I don't want to fight co. It's gonna take forever. There's 1 threat for him here. 1 threat for him here. Oh, I should have played reverse co-threats over here. Okay, cool. Because these are co-threats for him, but it's also a co-threat for me because I threatened to make a point. So I'll play this. So he has 2. Well, now he has 1 here and 1 here, sort of. Here, 4. He has like at most 5 co-threats, maybe 4. have multiple co-threads over here. And one here. Another one here. And I have one here. So I think I actually have at least one more co-thread than him. If I go here, it threatens to cut and then destroy everything. I have local co-threads around here, like this one, and at least like one more. Actually, two more. Here, and then like a throw-in or Atari. So there's at least 3 there. Oh, he gave up on the co. All right. Now let's see the score. I am tired from this. My hands are sweating because I don't want to lose. Oh no, no, you can't be serious. No, but I don't want that like, hold on. I don't want that dancing, spinning like panda thingy to pop up because it makes a really obnoxious sound. So I just resigned by quitting. Did it? I think it said 1.5, right? Why doesn't it? Score estimate. Wait, where's the score estimator? What? Review. And then estimate. Why is it not working? All right, you guys can rewind the video. You guys saw it. It's like 1.5 or maybe 3.5. Review. Actually, I can't really review because I gotta go. I gotta see what's happening to my phone. But yeah, it looks like I lost my second game on this account. Oh man. Sad story. So the place where I lost, the game was really good for me almost. This is really annoying. This is really annoying. Let me turn that off. I was pretty good in the game like throughout. This move was really good for white, but it wasn't really enough to be ahead or anything. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I will put forth a more powerful performance next time. Maybe next time I'll play on the 7-dan account, because then, well, then I won't have to like get confident, lose focus and stuff, because I'll already be losing. But yeah, no, it's fine. I just want to know like the exact moment where I lost the game, because everything was going amazingly, I thought. It's kind of shocking that black can lose this game after white played so many bad things. No offense to white, but I mean, I did, no, I don't know. I should be ahead here. Like, look at that. How do I lose after this? Oh, it's obviously this part, right? Okay, obviously, why was I even asking where I lost? Of course I lost when all this stuff got captured. It seems like, ah, man. There was definitely a way to make this live, though, because there's all these threats around here to connect. So between all the moves around here and all the moves around here, I think there was definitely a path. At the very least, like I could have gotten maybe a reduction that sacrifices less and then keeps all this. If I keep this group, of course, I'm still ahead. Oh, this was a disaster. It only takes one move, guys. One move to lose it all. Anyway, it was fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys, some of you learned something, win or not. And hi, Austin. Yeah. So with that, I bid you adieu. See you guys next week.